Good morning, my beautiful friends. How is it today? It is a beautiful, beautiful Friday. Happy Friday to you. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to work through one of my I am cards. And as we do, we're going to speak one of the affirmations on these cards into our reality. So let's see here. Good morning there, Jeffrey. Good morning there, Brenda Jean. I see you guys are around. It is wonderful to see you here today. And good morning to all my other beautiful friends as well. You guys are the reason that I come out here this morning. Good morning there, Lauren. I see that you are here too. Man, I got like 5 people on this call already. I want to say thank you guys so very much. Good morning, Heather. I see you. And let's see who else is here. That's 4 of you. The fifth person hasn't commented yet, but if you comment, I'll know who you are and I'll be able to greet you. So, anyways, we are going through one of my I am cards today. Every single morning, we go through an I am deck and basically just affirm something awesome about ourselves. The fact is that this world has lots of negative messages for us. Good morning, Shauna. Shauna is here too. Yay. This world has lots of negative messages for us. And so we will bolster ourselves with some positive messages to really help us through our day. And the fact is that we are going into the weekend. We are going into awesome Saturday. We are going into a really fantastic time. And so let's just get it started early by pulling something off the deck and saying that today I am brilliant. I am brilliant. My inner light shines in dark places. So I am brilliant. My inner light shines in dark places. Are you brilliant? You are brilliant. Your inner light shines in dark places. You know, hearing me say something is one level of faith, one level of understanding. And saying it out loud really helps us to understand it because what other people say, we tend to doubt. But when we say it, we tend to think it's the truth. Anything that we say, we tend to believe it's the truth. And that's why it's so important to choose our words carefully. Because when we say things that are self-detrimental, that are self-deprecating, we start to believe it. And so it's so important to say things that are amazing about us. And so I am brilliant today. My inner light truly does shine in dark places. And so I'm going to write that down in the comments. I see many of you guys are already writing it in the comments. I'm going to write down I am brilliant. My inner light shines in dark places. And I'm committed to that today. I'm committed to shining my light everywhere that I go. And, you think about it, like, what is brilliance? Oftentimes, brilliance is ascribed to people who are uncommonly intelligent. We think about, like, Albert Einstein as being brilliant. But what brilliance really is, it's not necessarily an uncommon intelligence, it's an uncommon wisdom. It's an uncommon awareness. It's an internal quality. We say our inner light shines in dark places. We say that the force of our belief overcomes the darkness that surrounds us and allows us to really just shine a light on people and situations and things and show them for what they really are. What does a bright light do except show things for what they really are? When I was painting the inside of my house, I went at the end. I went with a flashlight, a super bright flashlight, and I shone it in every dark corner, and and it exposed all of the places where the paint hadn't stuck all the way, or where I had been a little bit light with the roller. And then I put a piece of bright blue tape on every one of those places so that I could see them even without that bright light, so that I could go back and I could fix them and I could make them up to my standards, up to what I was willing to live in. So we are brilliant, but it took that brilliant light. It took that super brilliant white light in order for me to see the reality of the situation. When it was cloaked in shadows, it looked great. It looks great right now. It's all cloaked in shadows. But I knew that there was something there that wasn't up to my standards. And a bright light is what it took to to really to really see that and to be able to fix it, to be able to do something about it. We can't do anything if we go through life with our eyes closed. We have to see things for what they truly are. And as we see them for what they truly are, that allows us to move them closer to what they prefer, what we prefer them to be. And the easiest way to do that is to shine our brilliance on them. And the fact is, just like Brenda Jean says, people are mirrors. They reflect back what you pour forth. That's absolutely correct. Well, people mirror back to us whatever it is that whatever it is that we are putting out. So when we put out brilliance, we get to see the brilliance in other people. And yeah, I know, Jeffrey, I know we you're too nitpicking in your work. So am I. So is every artist. Everybody who's proud of their work is nitpicking about it. And everybody who's ever made something and put it out there in the world knows that it has flaws. I recognize there's all kinds of flaws in my own broadcast. Every day I think, well, I could have done better. But I don't think I'm going to stop because I could have done better and I've failed. I think, okay, I could have done better, but I guarantee you the only person who noticed it is me. The art that I have hanging on my walls, I think it's perfect. I think it's beautiful. But I guarantee that the artist who made it sees all the hidden faults and flaws. It's not to the way that they thought it would be. It's not exactly what they hoped it would be. It wasn't what they saw in their head when they decided to start making art. So nothing that we make is ever going to be to our satisfaction, and that should not stop us from making it. We should recognize that the beauty that we see in our heads, the fact that we even attempt to bring it out there into the world, is good enough. And it is, it is enough, and that we are enough. When I think about Albert Einstein, Albert Einstein's really famous for E equals mc squared. And as far as Einstein was concerned, E equals mc squared was like a unifying theory of the universe. Albert Einstein set about to understand the universe. That's a big deal. And to quantify it with a little equation. And the one he came up with, it was E equals mc squared. We know now that E does not equal mc squared. E is very, very close to equaling mc squared. And Einstein knew this as well. When I read his when I read his first theory of general relativity versus his 22nd edition of the theory of general relativity, E equals mc squared was the same, but his own criticism, his own understanding of the inadequacy of his own theory had increased. And so even somebody who is incredibly brilliant and well known for something that was absolutely world changing, E equals mc squared allowed us to land on the moon, allows us to go to Mars, allows us to go outside the galaxy, a really big deal. But it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect. It's close to perfect. It's really close to perfect. It's closer to a better model of our universe than like Newton's laws of motion are. It's closer, but it's not perfect. And so as we go out with our brilliant selves today, let's recognize that being brilliant isn't being perfect. That every single diamond, no matter how beautiful it is, the person who carved it out, the person who shaped it and polished it, still knows that it has flaws. And those flaws don't stop that diamond from being beautiful. It doesn't stop it from being valuable. So as we are brilliant today, and as we shine our light everywhere that we go, let's give ourselves some grace. And let's give other people some grace too. Let's realize that we're not perfect, that the other people around us aren't perfect either, and let's love ourselves in all of our flawed wholeness. I want to thank you guys so much for supporting this broadcast. It's so fun to see you here. We have 7 folks who are currently joining live and a whole slew of comments here, positive ones, beautiful ones. What a lovely group to host. So I want to say thank you for being a part of this group. Thank you to the people who like and share this and really expand this so that their friends can also get the message that they are brilliant. We're going to come back at 9 p.m. tonight, and we're going to look back at this card. We're going to look back at this card where we declared that we are brilliant, and we're going to recognize how that brilliance showed up in our life today. So until then, until 9 p.m. tonight for Nightfall with Maui Paul, I want to say thank you for coming, and aloha from paradise.